know that I'm different. Self-motivated, self-disciplined, yeah. I learned from my experience. I just want someone.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Boys and Man. I'm your host, Terry, Mr. King. And we talking family, friends, and basketball today. With none other than the best uprising coach in the last 5 to 6 years in Pensacola. Like, actually related to me, Ty McCant.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Happy to be here, man.
Happy to be, man. Ty, let's get a little background story. You know, who you are, where you're from, what you do.
Okay. Man, I grew up in Pensacola, Florida. First of all, like you said, I'm Ty McCant's head coach at Pine Forest. But I grew up in Pensacola, Florida. Played Little League basketball around the city my whole life. Grew up, my daddy introduced me to the game. I thank him for that. Just fell in love with basketball from day one. Always been a student of the game. I didn't know it that I was preparing for this moment, but I always been like a real, high IQ guy for basketball. As I got older, I ended up going to Pine Forest High School. Played ball at Pine Forest High School my junior and senior year. Ended up getting a college scholarship to play basketball at junior college and another 4-year school at Spring Hill College. The next thing you know, life did what it do, and I ended up back at Pine Forest head coach.
It's so funny because people don't know your daddy was the coach at Woodham for the longest.
Yes.
And then when they did the shutdown of Woodham, it's just like,
yeah.
And it's kind of funny. I'm looking at there's a lot of kids following their parents' footsteps.
Yeah.
And then I'm looking at you right now. It's like, this is daddy all over again.
Yeah, man. My pops was my coach my entire life. From 6 years old all the way up to freshman basketball, and then JV basketball, and then when I got to varsity, he was still the assistant coach. So, and come to think of it, man, I really didn't know I wanted to coach. And everybody looked at me crazy when you say that. When I went to college, man, my major was pre-pharmacy. At one point, I was chasing the money.
Oh, yeah.
I was chasing the money. So, but every coach I played for in college and in high school just knew that's what I had in me. I didn't really see any money in it, so I didn't really think I really wanted to do it. But like you said, like I told you earlier, life will do what life do. And then my dad was a coach, and I just, ended up happening for me.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at it too, like the program y'all got over there, it's been a strong program for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I know it took a dip until you recently came back and y'all rejuvenated, and now y'all got like some studs coming out of there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, because look, last year, they said y'all wasn't even supposed to win this year.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say this. So to your point is, man, once you set the foundation, and I'll go back to a little bit further back than that, man. When I had the time in Miami. I spent about 3 years in Miami before I came back.
Okay.
When I moved back home, I was not expecting to get this job. It just worked out like that. The guy before me told me to resign. I got a phone call, applied, and I got the job, man. So my goal was to set a foundation.
Okay.
And the reason I brought up Miami is because it's a program down there that I saw. And they have foundation set. Whether they're really, really good or they're not so good, the foundation is set that we're supposed to be good. So I wanted to set that foundation and set that principle at Pine Forest. And that's why a year like last year where you lose 10 seniors the year before, you only return 2 guys, Josh White and Nozell Purifoy, and you still win district because that's just the foundation we built. Regardless of what's supposed to happen or who's there, we expect to win. And those kids expected to win, so that's why we came out on top last year.
And that's a good mindset to have in general because most people don't. They're like, I don't know how to put it. Once they go on against a great team, they be like, they know where they stand.
Yeah.
Y'all rose to the occasion, day in and day out, and
just like you said, just setting the standard with my kids from day one, from when they come in as freshmen. So by the time they seniors and juniors, they already know the expectations. They know the standard set. Regardless of who we go against, I expect to win. I expect to compete every night. We never see ourselves as an underdog.
A lot of programs, it's that way.
Yep.
We the underdogs. We gonna go out there and show up. He's like, nah, we We big dog.
Yeah, we beat dog. We
the standard.
we the standard. Right, we the standard. Yeah.
For the longest, it was Washington PHS.
Mm-hmm.
They was the standard.
Yep.
Woodham, Tate,
Yep.
standard. Pine Forest was kind of the, and now they are, yeah. And also, it kind of goes to show it because your coaching staff.
Man, that's I'm glad you brought that. That's huge, man. So it kind of happened kind of fast for me. So basketball starts in November.
Yeah.
My first year when I got the job, I got it in October. So luckily, you know, I had these these people in my life, like my brothers that played with me in high school, like they were here. So once I got a job, it got rolled. My first 2 calls were Jeremy Malden and LaWayne Jones. I already knew who I wanted on my staff, what I wanted to do, how I wanted to work it. First 2 calls. And then, you know, that was it just went on from that. So I feel like I had the best staff already.
They kind of ordained this because literally people don't know. Like they really is like your brother.
Yes, really good family. In my wedding and everything. Yeah.
Look, they go on vacations together. They play together. I know y'all got Beasley. I know he ain't from his PHS,
Yeah.
but majority of the staff is homegrown kind of forward.
Right. So you want to continue on. So you go year 1, you call Jeremy, call LaWayne, then you add Mike Fountain the next year. You know what I'm saying? He comes on next year, man. I just see how he worked with the kids, how many kids he had his hands on as far as mentoring. Everybody called him uncle, and I saw the discipline he had. Brought him on the next year. Tony Womack, Josh Brown, Ed Harris, and then you add, you know, Beasley this year. So it's built an amazing staff now.
I was just looking at it,
Yeah.
like, dang.
Everybody got a role. Everybody got a part they play. It's so bad. People could really be on the inside of our organization. Man, you can see how organized and how everybody's staying in line, how everybody their role, how everybody plays such an important part to our success. All them young men I just named.
That's just the foundation you set there. But look, like you said, it's basically really you look at it. Y'all are friends and it's a family thing. And you grew up in this game, being coached by your dad, and then you got your uncle and everybody else that played this phenomenal game. You did your thing too. Played at Spring Hill.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't understand. People expect, just because you play college, high school ball, you automatically supposed to go to college, play ball. But that's a fraction of the people that actually ever play.
Yeah, man, it's tough, man. You got to really, especially back then, 2009. You know, we didn't have all the social media. We didn't have the guys out here doing a lot, working for us as far as film and sending our stuff out to coaching. So you really had to work hard, man. You had to go to this school, work out, go to this school, work out, drive 3 hours here, drive 3 hours back. It was real tough, man. So yeah, it ain't easy.
And it's crazy because, like I said, nowadays these kids got so much social media at their fingertips, and I see most of y'all playing the role like help guide them. It's like, hey, this is the route you need to go. This is where you need to go. And that's a big part of just, you know what I'm saying? Coaches ain't really just a coach. You're like a second father to your kids, or maybe the first father to your kids. Mm-hmm. And you want to see them to do good no matter what they do in life. And you play a big role in their life for the rest of them.
Yeah, you're a coach. Yeah. You're a mental health counselor. Yeah. You're a tutor. Yeah. You're a dad. You're a provider for them at some point. You know what I'm saying? A chauffeur. Yeah, all type of stuff to these kids that they look up to you, and you just want to make them better men at the end of the day. You know, and if you got a kid, man, I got a few kids, man, that really still communicate with me and talk to me 2-3 years after they graduated, and that's. I love that more than anything. You know what I'm saying?
That shows that connection.
It shows that connection. That's what I did more than just coaching. Yeah.
And that's when you show there's a great coach. When they reach out after the fact.
Right.
They talk to you like, hey, when they got a problem, they call us like, hey, I need guidance right here. Mm-hmm. Being that ear to lean on.
Yeah.
And that's been missing a minute. And I'm glad you're seeing y'all bringing that back.
Yeah.
So, question, as far as tying family into this, because your wife also coaches at
Absolutely.
So, talk about
it. Yeah, we're a basketball family, and so short story about my wife. We met in college. She went to South Alabama.
Oh.
She played ball at South Alabama. And I played right down the road. So we met like that, you know what I'm saying, through our mutual friend, Mary Nixon. Mary played at South as well. Okay. So we met like that, and her having that understanding and background of basketball makes it way easier. Nobody knows this. I was her assistant in Miami. So my 3 years in Miami, she was the head girls coach at her old high school. I was her assistant for 3 years. Yeah, so she was my boss, you know. So I kind of learned quite a bit of things from her at that time. So coming here and me getting a head job, she totally understands the time commitment. She understands the commitment to the kids. She understands, you know, the film study. She understands totally. So it's not that difficult. And then, you know, when it was time for her to get the head job, I mean, it just fell in line. Like, absolutely take it, you know. And then, you know, we lean on our family to help with the kids and all that type of stuff. It's some late nights, but you know, we love it. You know, our daughters, I got 2 daughters. They gonna play basketball probably for sure. So I mean, it is what it is. Yeah.
And it's cool because I remember when I went to the game against my old high school, West Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Your dad, your mom,
oh yeah, mom, keep my book.
They understand the kids.
Yep.
It's a family ordeal because
most
people understand, like, hey, when you're in this, you ain't no. You gotta
all in.
You gotta go all in, and it's kind of cool. So wait, who better when it come down to like film study out of you and your wife, or does she piggyback off each other?
When it comes down to film study, that's probably more so me. More so me. I'm probably a little better at that because, man, just me being a point guard in college, man, I did a lot of film study with my coach. You know, just on my own. You know, I really dissect film. Her thing probably, what she kind of got me on is like the discipline and organization. You know what I'm saying? She's super like meticulous about how she wants stuff done. And, and she's also very, very good at teaching the fundamentals. Very, very good. Yeah.
That little combination right there is kind of a complete package. So that means basically when your girls come in, cause look, y'all, all of my cousins can ball. Like, you know, his brother can ball, his sister can ball.
Yeah, now sister with Division I.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's like, it's there. So how big is it to, you know, passing it down to the next generation? Not even just with your daughter, just, you know, these lessons to the next generation. Man,
I'm glad you asked me that, man. So going back to my staff, man, LaWayne Jones actually took a step back recently, and it's for the better of the community. I hate to lose him on my bench, you know, but I mean, he's still here and there, but he's really took a step back, which really is going to move us forward into the training, the youth. And he has his own warehouse, half-court gym down on Palafox, where he has Dream to Reality Trainer. Y'all check it out. You gotta check it out. So he, you know, has his own website, easy to pay for it. Session is very organized. He does training every single night with kids, like from, I want to say 3rd grade on up. He got beginner, intermediate, advanced. You know what I'm saying? So he's doing a lot of training right now. Yeah. So that's super important. So I'm glad that he's able to do that for the community. You know what I'm saying? If people really get a chance to look that up, Dreams to Reality, please like look it up. It's great training. I mean, who you think worked out my kids when he was on my staff? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You see Omarion Turner. Yeah. You see Jose Purifoy. You see these kids doing all these great things, man. That's my player development. That's him and Coach Marvin. So that's how I feel about passing on to other generations. They gotta work out, and I feel like my brother is doing that right now.
I like that. Because look, most people don't understand the process. They think it just goes pure talent.
Yeah, you gotta work out.
Because I remember when I was over there helping out with the kids at West Florida, I was like, hey, you just know, weight room.
Yeah.
Hey, running, conditioning. I'm like, yo, you always gotta get in better condition.
Yeah.
When we get ready to end that season, it's no time. We ain't got time to be wasting. We ain't got time to be lacking. In the off season, it's really what champions are made.
Yes.
And it's funny, it took me longer to realize that.
It sometimes take you a little longer as an adult to get it as an adult, but you kind of want to tell these kids, like, man, I got a sophomore and freshman now, like, man, hey, don't be like me. I hated weights in high school. I happened to make it to college, but you know, if I had to lift weights, I probably been a little bit better level than I was. And I just tried to tell them, and I get it. I hated weights, but you know, but say I'm trying to put it in them, like, man, you can't hate this. You got to really, really, really love it, man. You got to love this part of the game. Yeah.
I think Kobe and MJ and LeBron, the White, all them, look at them like, they lived in it.
Lived in the gym, man. Yeah.
Because like when Jordan had to take himself to the next level, in that weight room.
Yep.
Then he got past Detroit. It's like, it comes with the territory, and people think they want to half step and do a little bit. Like, he's like, oh, I can do a lot over here and skip this part.
Nah. Yeah. They think that with the. I got a couple kids that think I can do a lot basketball. Yeah, it's not gonna take you so far, man, until you come up against another physical person. So you gotta hit them weights, man. Yeah.
And I think back in the day, Julio Jones came over from Foley. I seen him play.
Different, man.
This is different because I could tell he weight room.
Yep.
He also athletic, freaking nature. You be like,
You gotta step it up.
you step it up.
Mm-hmm.
So winning is built into y'all foundation.
Right.
So what is it like when you go in or after a big loss? I know y'all had one a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And y'all, I think y'all got in the state. I mean,
Yeah.
the Final Four.
Final Four, yeah.
They made the
Final
Final Four.
Mm-hmm.
What is it that you tell the kids after that? Just,
So-
you know,
In every game, there's a winning and a losing.
Yeah.
Sometimes the ball just don't bounce your way. You can prepare.
yeah,
You could be, you could be warriors out there. You can play your best game, and sometimes it don't bounce. So I mean, you're gonna have mistakes in the game,
yeah.
and you preach perfection, but you're gonna have mistakes in the game. So after that, man, you just after the journey they had from as freshmen, just figuring it out year after year, listening to what the coaches have got to say, doing better, getting better. I mean, them kids was dedicated that season. And when I say was dedicated, they were dedicated. You know what I'm saying? We had a great year, 23-7. Probably dropped a few we shouldn't have dropped. You know, we had things here and there going on, a couple of injuries here and there, but no excuses. But like, so after a game like that, especially the game before that, you fight back from 21 down, 25 down, in somebody else's gym and win. They champions already, man. They are champions. But sometimes it just don't happen that way for you. So after that loss, man, I told them like, man, y'all ain't got nothing to hold your head down about. I mean, it's probably gonna be a permanent scar forever, but I mean, y'all played y'all behinds off. Like, y'all played that game great. Y'all lost by 1 point to a team with several state championships, to a team who did win state that same year off a tip in. So like I said, it's the ball just gonna bounce away sometimes. So man, say, man, y'all are champions in my book. I mean, it didn't end the way they wanted to end. If you tell them to keep their head up, and you just tell them this is not the end of their story. It's not. It's not, man. It's not the end of their story, because you know it took me years. I lost the high school regional championship. It took me years to get in a situation where I could kind of, not necessarily get revenge, but to get back in those situations to where I could make a different outcome.
Yeah.
And 2009, 2022, took me 13 years to get back to the same game I lost as a player to win at that time.
Yeah.
So you never know what's gonna happen, man. So just tell them to keep pushing. Yeah.
I know a lot of people be held up on that one loss,
Mm-hmm.
and it haunts them.
Yep.
So by you even just saying that, like, hey, it haunted you, and then you finally got to the fight, you like, boom, it was like a healing moment.
It was, man. It was huge for me, because like I said, losing that game in 2009, and I had lost to that team 2 years ago, previous, I said it kept coming up again, man. So yeah, you just got to keep going.
That's what LA and Boston. Bro.
Yeah. It's getting like that.
Every time you see them, you're like, you know what?
Yep.
I'm tired of y'all winning.
Tired of y'all winning, man. Yeah.
No, so as far as the future of your program goes, I can tell already about the foundation that y'all already set. We expect more bigger things to come, because y'all are always going to compete. Like Final Four is just in general, all sports around right now.
Mm-hmm.
Studs.
Yeah.
They got kids in NFL.
Yep.
Kids going to college, D1. And I know it started at the top and works its way down.
Yeah.
But what is something that, not just for your team, but as a kid, like kids in the game that's trying to take his game to the next level, how do they adapt that type of mentality to not just themselves, but they team as well too?
Like you said, when you come to Power Fours, it's kind of like it's a standard set, about competing.
Yeah.
What we gonna do, how we gonna do it, and what the expectations of the coaches. So when they come in, like you said, as far as like the mindset, they got to come in with the mindset to listen and to compete. And once they do those two things, They'll be fine. Listen and come compete every day. Because we're gonna give you the right direction. You just need to go hard at it. So whether you start off less athletic or less behind this kid, we're gonna get you the way you need to be. You just gotta listen and adapt to the culture, man. Because it's gonna be some dogs. It's gonna be some athletes, you know, every year. You know, I gotta. My trials are crazy. My trials are crazy. It's. We're gonna stay this year for sure. Every year, we're gonna stay in the gym till 10:30, 11 o'clock at the tryouts. Decide we're gonna be on the team. Happens every year, man. It's just so tough. It's so tough.
You gotta weed through it.
You gotta weed through it, man. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So I can expect another district championship. A couple more district championships coming in
Man, I mean, I would hope so. I mean, we got a bright future. I see as far as talent wise. I'm mature enough and been doing it long enough to understand that how things can go. They may not always go your way. You know what I'm saying? They may go a different way. Kids may leave. I haven't had that happen to me too many times or at all. But man, I hope to win more district championships. I hope to win the state championship. But it's I take it one day at a time. And I tell my team every year, regardless if I have 10 returners, 3 returners, 1 returner, no returners, we got to start over. We got to start completely over. I learned that from Tony Parker, man. Spurs won the championship, and he said that in the interview, like, we won it this year. We don't just pick up where we left off next year. We got to start over. I got to start over with my new schemes, with teaching my defense, with maybe putting in new plays. You don't just pick up where you left off and things don't work like that. So
I think the great coaches think like that because Nick Saban do the same thing.
Yeah.
He said every year, boom, you may be the starter this year, you may not be the starter this year. And time, man. Ooh. You said, hey, I see you setting standards all the way around. So does your coaches have the same type of standards you got for them as you got for your coach or your team?
Super particular with my coaching staff.
Yeah.
I mean, I need people who understand my vision, my goal, people who can bring something to the table, which is why I call it Terrence Beasley. When Malden and Jones had to take a step down, I needed somebody who I knew played the game at a high level in high school or college, whatever. And then I needed somebody who I knew basketball. And he also does training as well. Yeah. He has his own brand for training and clothing. So it was a no-brainer to me, man. I heard he applied for another job. He was trying to get into coaching. I called him immediately. I was like, hey, man, I ain't know. I got a spot, come on over, what I'm saying? And like I said, I played with Beasley. We played Little League together. So we went to opposite high school. We knew each other our whole life when we was kids. So we played together. So, man, it was a no-brainer once I heard he was interested. So, yeah.
And it's funny because I think everybody you have, like say, on coaches out, they had some type of relationship beforehand.
Yes, for sure.
And it's crazy. It's kind of like this guy playing.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, you got that call, you was able to boom, boom, boom. Like, even when people have to step down to do what's best for them and actually help the program as well, too, you always find somebody that can step in.
And it's an easy conversation because we do have a relationship. It's an easy conversation about anything. I mean, it may be kind of argument, you ever want to call it, but it's us talking about something and me not liking something, them not liking something, them telling me and I'm telling them. It's super, the conversation's so easy. Nobody leave with bad blood. Nobody hate each other afterwards. Everybody come out. We look like one united front every game. You know what I'm saying? Because we've already discussed in the back. We've already talked. We already argued. We already fought. We did what we had to do. But when we come out, we one voice, one unit. So, yeah, very important.
Hey. And that's how brothers should be, family should be, a team should be either way. Mm-hmm. You got one goal objective in mind, win. And that's in life, because see y'all push each other in life, y'all push each other with everything, y'all celebrate each other's wins, pick them up when they lose. That's just a great just feeling in general. Because look, it's funny about it. Even if some people had to sit down again for your coach out, I kind of already can picture the other people that I already know going to probably come in and coach down.
Yeah, man.
I'm surprised. Hey, I'm just waiting for you and David Alexander to link up too. I'm like,
that'd be crazy.
That's
that'd be crazy. Yeah. Yeah, believe it or not, though, man, every time he come home, they love it. They love David. Yeah, every time he come home in the gym, they love him. So, especially by seeing him in the state, he's always, every time he come home, he comes to practice, showing them stuff, and he's right there. Yeah.
See, that's what y'all got. Get some brothers that y'all played together, grew up together, and help educate the next generation. Because I think that's just a big part of just the bond that they see. They like, man, I want to have that like that when after we get done with this. They come back because like, y'all didn't have to done that.
Yeah. That's one thing we do preach to these kids, man. And not necessarily making them be like that. I just explain it to them like, y'all got to think y'all on the team together. We was in y'all shoes. Man, look at us now. Like 13 years later, 14, 15, 20, going on 20 years probably, we still friends, you know what I'm saying? I'm not telling y'all to do that, but just think about how much better that'll make y'all, you know what I'm saying? It's build a lifelong relationship right now.
And I think that was, at my school at the time, even though we won district, I think that what took us to actually do that. We had a lot of people, you may pick on this side, you got these clique, this clique. I just said, screw it, let's all just fight it out. After we get done fighting and scratching, look, we can fight each other, but when they come out the door, they can't fight y'all. We fight together. And I can say, what they preaching is true.
Yeah.
Even now to the day, even though I may not talk to them every day, Ashton Scott and Drake, they still like my brother. They may be aggravated and stuff. But
Yeah, I went to college with Ashley.
yeah. Man, Ashton, that's my boy. It's my boy. I can never say nothing bad about him in public. But if I had something to say, I'd rather say it to his face and say it on camera.
Yeah.
But no, that's how I think brothers should be. You're always supposed to have each other back in public.
Right.
Have those conversations in private. Like you said, when you go, before y'all even go out there, argue that stuff already out. Then when you go out there in public,
United front, man.
United.
That's how that all goes into winning, man. It goes into the whole process. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, Coach McCann, what is something that you would like to leave these people with that listen to this episode?
Okay.
Like a nugget, like something that, like your bread and butter. What's the biggest thing that you want them to take away?
I'll say this, man. I'm super open-minded.
Yeah.
Don't be closed-minded. Don't think you know everything when it comes to coaching. Always be willing to learn. Going back to my staff, this is super important. Going back to my staff. They need to tell me stuff. They need to. Otherwise, I don't want you on my staff. I come up with, they know how I feel. They know what I like, they know what I do, but also they see something different, they come and tell me. So I say be open-minded to suggestions from your staff, man. It may make all difference in the world. I can't tell you how many decisions specifically LaWayne Jones made in that state run that helped us get to where we at, man. Just some, and I'm willing to talk about this stuff now because it's years after, man. Just this specific situation. We at Riverside, Omarion Turner get 2 fouls early in the game. I pull him, it started to get bad. Still first half, he come in my ear, trying to let it get too bad. Put him back in with 2 fouls. I'm like, man, I can't let him get 3 in the first half. But I rolled with it. And then that was what we needed. He didn't get another foul the rest of the game.
Play airtight.
Yeah, so he played great. He didn't get another foul the rest of the game. But, him telling me that was tremendous, you know what I'm saying? The defensive changes Coach Malden made, you know what I'm saying? When kids come to the sideline, Coach Mike always in their ear, you know what I'm saying? I don't have to do that because he's telling them what I know, he's telling them what they need to hear right now. So I don't got to stop coaching to do that. So I would say build your staff that's going to help you. That's what I want to leave you. Build a staff that's going to help you, and don't think that I'm just this great guy by myself and that I know every single thing. I'm the head of the mountain, and I delegate things, but I delegate it to great people. Give me credit for picking the right people around me, you know what I'm saying? I may come up with a scheme and a process, but it's so much help, man. So I'll leave y'all with that. That's what I want to say at the end. Be open-minded, listen to your staff, man, and that's gonna take you so much further than, being a dictator and thinking you know it all, man. And just, last thing, also, man, breed confidence into these kids, man. Be hard on them, but breed confidence into them. Breed confidence into them.
Hey, these are life lessons, not just basketball lessons.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Ty, I gotta say thank you for coming on this episode.
I'm happy to do it. I love anytime I can get a platform or a voice to say something positive to people in my city or my area, man. I'm always happy to do it. I feel like I got some good stuff to say. I feel like I did my research, I did my due diligence, man. I feel like, you know, if y'all listen and y'all take heed, I think we can move forward together as one.
And he just said it right there. And look, Ty, this is gonna be the first of many episodes. Hopefully to get you on, because
Oh, for
I know
sure.
you got more knowledge outside of just friends, family, and basketball.
Absolutely, man.
Because he done been tested through the fire and the flame, and it came out on the other side shining.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see what y'all do at Power Forest. But as far, hey, little y'all know my school used to be right across from there, so low-key still a rivalry. So,
For sure, absolutely.
Still Jaguars. Hey,
Yeah.
they be red, white, and blue. We red, white, and black. So until we beat y'all, hey, yeah, I'm gonna give y'all respect. I'm gonna give y'all respect.
100,
Hey,
man, for sure.
we coming for y'all people.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But y'all, like I always say before we leave on these episodes, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure y'all click that subscribe button if y'all on YouTube, and we're on every platform where you find the podcast. Oh yeah, but remember this: dream big dreams, because small dreams have little magic. And how big we dream, you know you can fail. And remember this: don't remember anything else. You do your best, and let God take care of the rest. Love y'all. Thank y'all. Thank you again, cuz. Thank you, Ty.
Anytime, man.
Yes, sir.
Anytime. Yes, sir.
Peace, love, happiness, y'all. We out.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That was great, bro.
Oh, thank you.
I know that I'm different, self-motivated, self-disciplined, yeah. I learned from my experience. I just want someone to take me serious. Real questions that I ask. How long will this solo trip last? I'm content with being alone in the past, but it's changing and it's something I can't grasp. Turn off my phone, I'm in my zone, so now I'm acting different. I'm to myself, I'm in my head, mapping out this life I'm living. Shadow work on myself, I done already seen hell. Can't fit in, so I rebel, but I don't miss a beat. I don't miss a beat.